可惜啊。
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Juggernaut.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Sven stands ready.
Radiant team ban.
Alright, hello Dota 2 fans, and welcome back to the
10
Qualifiers.
seconds remaining.
This is the SEA region, and it looks like it's going to be game
5
2 of
seconds
Mineski
remaining.
up against Tearing. Looks like Mineski took a pretty convincing game 1. It was a 30-something minute
Reserve
GG
time.
out, and again, I am your caster, Android, or Annie, however you prefer to call me. If you want to check out my
Dire
Twitter,
team
it's the
back.
name of the broadcast channel, ANNEEDROID. Any and all feedback is super appreciated. I'm still really trying to crack into the scene, so if you want to let me know what you like or what you hate, or, any sort of feedback like that, let me know. So, this game
10
has a pretty
seconds
interesting
remaining.
draft so far. One thing I want to point out is that Iowa's picked up, and
5
then Mineski
seconds
grabbed a
remaining.
tiny against it, which is unusual to see them split sides like that, but I do like the Io Sven
Reserve
pairing.
time.
I think that regen is going to make Sven all the more tanky and a force to be reckoned with. Tearing definitely learning from their mistake and picking something a little more reliable and a little more mid-game than the anti-mage, which definitely did not get off the ground last time. Ben, he tried so hard to get that farm, not successful in the end. Mineski picking themselves up a Nature's Prophet once again. Looks like that's probably going to go to Cuckoo, who played it amazing last time. And these bans are pretty interesting. Taking a look at Mineski, they want to ban out the Razor. I think that would be a good choice for Tearing, but I don't know. There's still a lot of good possibilities. Tearing probably need to pick themselves up a mid, unless it's going to be something funny like an Io Sven mid. I've seen it before. It's alright, but up against a Zeus, I don't know if they'll get the levels they need, and Zeus, once he gets that level 6, he is yucky. I like Mineski here going for the Juggernaut. I think it'll be pretty nice, but I don't know if there's enough room on the map to farm up both a Juggernaut, a Tiny, and, add the Nature's Prophet in there as well.
Radiant team pick.
Sorry there, just checking on my mic, and now it looks like the last pick for Mineski
Dire
gonna be a
team pick.
Witch Doctor. I love that combination, able to really do some wombo combos there. You lock someone in with a Nature's Prophet Sprout, you get the Witch Doctor ultimate going, Tiny pops in, doing some damage if he grabs that Agnum Scepter. His gonna be off the charts. And now Tearing, they're forced to pick up a last pick against that. Who are they gonna go here? Windrunner still in the pool if they want some nice range. They have a lot of options here. I'm not going to lock them into any specific
10
strategy because
seconds
I am
remaining.
not sure where they're laning anything at this point. Darkseer probably going to go offlane
5
support on
seconds
Dying,
remaining.
and certainly a support IO. I don't think I've seen him played any other way. And Alchemist going to be picked up for Tearing. Wow, I hope they get enough farm for that big guy. That Greevil's Greed going to be so nice. And he can get pretty huge. Alright, and now it's gonna be just heroes snapping up their players, and we're gonna go into game 2. Once again, Mineski picked up game 1. I am your caster, Android, powered by PGL, the Pro Gaming League, so thank you for them for sponsoring this cast, and I hope you enjoy. I'm casting on behalf of Moonduck TV. They've got a great stream going on, a little bit more relaxed than this cast. If you want to just watch some memes, watch Slacks get flamed in
10
chat, that's
seconds
always fun too.
remaining.
Alright, and we are going to be loading into the game
5
very, very
seconds
shortly.
remaining.
Such a quirky draft coming up from Tearing. I love this. We're going to see a pause at the beginning of the game. It would not be SEA.Dota without the appropriate pausing. Well, everyone's loaded in. We can go ahead and introduce on the Dire side once again is going to be Tearing. We've got Ben playing this awesome Sven here. Yamate going to be on the Alchemist. This is a mid-Alchemist. That could be fun. Ice is going to be on the Darkseer. Ling on the Io, and finally we've got 3-4-3 on this Undying. On the side of the Radiant, on Mineski, we are going to have Jules on the Witch Doctor. Looks like Cuckoo once again on the Nature's Prophet. Raging Potato gonna be on the Zeus. Ryor is going to be on the Juggernaut, and now Jesse Vash on the Tiny. So I'm very interested to see how this works out. Mineski playing a very greedy game here, going with a lot of farm-heavy players, having the Juggernaut, the Tiny, and the Nature's Prophet all really dependent on getting space around the map. So hopefully they can do what they did last game, target this tier 1 tower, make sure they get that down at a reasonable time, open up the dire jungle for themselves. But looks like Tearing, they're more equipped to go up against this. They want to play that early to mid-game strategy. They're not going to go for that late-game anti-mage hard farmer once again. We are going to see some Alchemist out here. Really, really interesting to see how that's going to match up. Alchemist versus Zeus mid, most likely. It's going to get real funny. Alright, we are going to be unpausing now, going into this pre-game. Let's see where everyone's going to rotate. Are there any smokes picked up currently at the moment? Not yet. And now there's just going to be a couple Radiant heroes walking down the mid lane. It's just based on draft. I think Mineski are playing this one a little too greedy. I want to give it to Tearing just because I think they've gotten a better idea of Mineski's playstyle. They've picked up some more aggressive heroes of their own. Not going to go down that anti-mage route anymore. And I think the Darkseer, man, I love Darkseer so much. He's such a strong offlaner right now. Super stable, able to just sit there on his own, get his farm using ion shells, and once it comes down to team fighting, that vacuum wall is detrimental, especially against hard hitters like the Juggernaut and the Tiny, and even the Nature's Prophet, so Mineski, they've got to play this one a little safer. I'm not quite sure it's in the bag for them yet. I'm going to see definite top rune contest here as all of the Radiant heroes, aside from just kind of chilling in base, they're going to be up here at this top rune. And Dire not looking to let them have that one. Going to be starting with boots, so not going to go that early bottle build. Maybe playing this one a little bit more stats-based. I don't know if we'll be able to handle an Alchemist in lane against them, though. That guy can hit pretty hard, even from level 1. Now here we go, rune contest coming in. There's going to be a Wisp Tether onto the Sven. There's like a Blade Fury out from Rior, but this might not be enough. Looks like everyone getting very, very low from the Ion Shells, but Yamate secures first blood onto the Juggernaut, and it's not over yet. Looks like Zeus taking some damage here. Sven, no mana for a second stun. Looks like Undying can't walk back fast enough behind this guy. Those boots are really paying off. It looks like he might get away here. Although mana comes out, there's enough mana. One more hit. Io getting the second kill of the game now, so it's going to be 0-2. Tearing with the kill advantage now. And did they get both bounty runes? Let's check that out. It looks like Ben got the one, and oh gosh, I can't see who got the other bounty rune. Oh well. In the bottom lane, we're just gonna have Nature's Prophet with his classic build. He picked up 3 circlets once again, so good golly, that guy's got some stats starting out. Here in the mid, it's gonna be Yamate on the Alchemist against Rior on Juggernaut? Okay. Well, there's certainly a lane for you, as we are gonna see this Zeus go in the off lane. Well, I hope he can stand up to the power of a tri-lane. It's going to be pretty difficult. He has 560 HP. Certainly not ideal for standing up against pretty aggressive heroes like a Wisp that can go up kind of smack you in the face a couple times. There's going to be 3-4-3 going in. He's pretty low. He's got some tangos, taking some Wisp regen, so he'll be alright. Out here in the mid, Juggernaut got very, very low. A weakness of putting him in this mid lane. I don't know if he's going to get the space to have safe farm. Alchemist can certainly do a lot of damage to this guy, although he took some damage once again. Courier going to be dropping off a nice full bottle. Yamate drinking up to get himself back to full health. Still has a big mana pool to work with. Jules going in. Looks like Cuckoo going to be taking the safe lane, making sure that Nature's Prophet gets a bunch of farm to hop around the map. Up top here, looks like there could be some more danger here, as this is going to be falling for the second time. Io getting himself another kill, so that Io right now, he's 2-0-1. Best KDA of the game so far.
Double damage!
Juggernaut gonna be picking up that poor man's shield. Definitely need that sustainability in lane, although he could be in some trouble here. Alchemist is coming in, and on the back lines we've got Undying with a Decay ready to go. Looks like Tombstone still has a nice cooldown going down, but here, yeah, nice engage. Juggernaut taking some damage, standing in the acid spray, but he should be alright unless he decides to do anything real cheeky. We've got a double damage Witch Doctor, just kind of being obnoxious here in the Dire secret shop area. And what's gonna go down? Undying killed by a neutral creep. I'm not quite sure that's intentional. I think that might have been Wisp just not tethering in time, not giving enough regen. Uh-oh, well. It's not the best. Here on the bottom lane, Darkseer's doing pretty well for himself. Trying to make do with these ion shells, not getting a whole lot of farm, but levels are invaluable. He's only level 1, but he's definitely good at recovery here. Zeus could be in some trouble again. Sven, he's got his stun. Looks like Zeus won't be able to juke this one. Gonna take some damage now. Body block from the Wisp doing its job. A couple more last hits should finish it off. Sven picking up another kill. Zeus, man, you gotta rotate that guy out of there. He's 0-3 and just not making it happen. He's third to bottom on the net worth chart, top being Sven, who's been bottle-fed kills at this point. And going in, trying to work on these stacks, but again, killed by a neutral is not something you want to see.
Not today.
That looks like Cuckoo does have 1,200 gold in the bank, so probably going for that early Midas. Helped him out a bunch last game, just made him absolutely top of the net worth chart by 20-25 minutes, and like a solid strategy. Darkseer taken heavy harassed, forced to go behind the tower. He has a stout shield to protect himself, but hopefully that's enough. Witch Doctor coming up, has the cask, doesn't want to burn it just yet. Now there's going to be a run-in the jungle as Zeus goes in, finds Yamate. Yamate no mana for a stun right now, just having the Grievous Greed. And just gonna be some punching. Zeus snapping up the Invis rune. Very nice play there. Tombstone committed as a Blade Fury comes out on the Juggernaut. Tiny's in. He throws the Avalanche. And it looks like 3-4-3 might be the kill here. Yamate having to kill off his own brother in lane. And now it looks like Rior in some trouble, trying to run back, taking some squirts from the Wisp, using the bottle to keep himself alive. And now Jules on the backline. Some crazy positioning from this guy, having the Voodoo Restoration on. Might not be enough to save him here. There's gonna be a Radiant Ward for some vision. Get himself back to tower, and no dire heroes go down, but Juggernaut and Witch Doctor getting very, very low. Back to farming here. Sven still top of the net worth chart, followed up by the Nature's Prophet, so safe lanes obviously going well for both teams. Juggernaut getting a little bit more out of the lane than the Alchemist, but it's nothing real significant. Alchemist obviously able to play a real nice catch-up game with a point in that Grievous Greed. Now Ryar needs to be a little bit careful here, as there is enough mana for a stun on the Alchemist. That looks like Wisp going into some very aggressive positioning. Zeus could be in some trouble, taking a Sven stun to the face, and now there's the spirits from the Wisp. Another kill onto the Zeus. This offlane is just so not going Mineski's way right now. I don't know how much more farm you're going to let a Sven have before you realize you need to rotate someone else up in that lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, here we're gonna see Juggernaut going in on this Yamate in the mid lane. Like, he does have that Morbid Mask, so probably going in for either Helm of the Dominator or Vlad's. Both are pretty solid options. Build into that Satanic later. Always a good choice. Definitely some survivability. Zeus, man, what are you getting out of this lane? You're just trying to de-ward so desperately, but you are dirt poor at this point. Gonna be a rotation in on Dian. Scouting out, they know that that Observer ward went down, so they know Zeus must be somewhere nearby. Are they going to be able to catch him? He's going to go back under the tower. Wants that safety here. Darkseer trying to get himself back in. Has the Soul Ring for more spamability. But that's not what we need to watch here. There is going to be some action going down top lane. And Sven, he doesn't even care. He's going to go in. He's going to use that war cry now. Tombstone up. Zeus going to be taking another stun. My goodness, this guy cannot go down again. He's going to get away with one hit. And now it looks like he's going to get back to base here. Avalanche coming in from the tiny toss up onto 343. He goes down. This is a poor initiation from Tearing. Now it looks like they're just going to try to run away as Sven takes the Wisp to safety. It looks like Zeus, he got so low right there, sitting at, I don't know, he probably went down to like 4 or 5 HP. Not gonna die that time, but he is still 0-4, picking up a Soul Ring just for some mana spamability. Very unusual way to run this guy. Well, Yamate going in, still just picking up that one value point in Grievous Greed, so not going for that ultra hard farming build just yet. And now it looks like Spin is coming out, doing some serious damage to Yamate. There is an ultimate ready to go from the Juggernaut. Is he going to Omni Slash for this? He might have to. Oh man, looks like a stun's going to come out from the Alchemist. Unstable Concoction connects. And now Ryor going to be in some trouble now as the healing ward, it's down. Yamate, he's ready to go. Needs to run fast and bash up. And now Juggernaut, no mana for Omni Slash. So he has to be real careful here. Vacuum off the mark from Ice. And now Blade Fury to safety. As comes in, trying to do a little distraction there. Another Unstable Concoction ready to go. So coming in, trying to do some damage, gets the Darkseer, but now toss up onto Yamate. This could be a big kill here, and it looks like it will be. Zeus finally getting himself back in the game with 2 kills in that fight. Definitely super important, and everyone on the Radiant made it out alive. It looks like we're just going to go back to farming as Zeus finally chipping up at that net worth, now sitting at the 5th slot all the way down from the bottom. Definitely doing great. Nature's Prophet TPing back to base. Got to make sure he stays alive for these next couple engagements. Now Juggernaut still smoked up, heading towards the mid. His smoke's going to expire pretty soon and just going to be able to go and get some farm. Looks like he's going to be trying to see
Radiant's top
Rand's already
tower is
down
under
and
attack.
they're going to go in the jungle trying to look for something cheeky. Juggernaut still has an unspent Omni Slash. Hasn't quite used that one yet. Mid lane, there's going to be a Blade Fury away from the Juggernaut. He gets himself back to safety and takes a couple bottle sips to comfort himself.
No way!
As Yamate, he's getting kind of big here. Looks like he is 3rd on the net worth chart, and that's easily changeable once we hit the 20-30 minute mark. That guy's going to snowball up out of control, picking up some crazy items. Juggernaut does have the phase boots and 90 gold in his inventory, so he's not doing ideal in terms of net worth. He's 4th, which is not really what you want to see on a mid-turned carry. Now Yamate gonna pick another Blade Fury to the face. There's gonna be a rotation in from the Undying here. Relocate in from the Wisp and the Sven. Now it looks like there's gonna be a TP in from the Nature's Prophet, but on the back line, picked off. Cuckoo, this could be a bad rotation for you, sir, and it looks like Cuckoo gonna go ahead, pick himself off a kill, though. This could be great here, as Ben gonna be trying to take down this Witch Doctor, casting a nasty little ward in his face, but so far 3 for 3 trade is, well, I'm not really sure who came out on top of that. It looks like pretty decent fight for both sides. In terms of total net worth, wow, that fight went pretty heavily in favor of Daring, actually. You have a nice XP lead. In terms of gold, it's pretty damn even. Less than 1,000 at 10 minutes in the game, so definitely still a very, very close game. Daring with a slight kill advantage, but not really anything to write home about. Gonna be a relocate in here from the Nature's Prophet, just trying to get back here to the bottom lane to farm. He does pick himself up some drums, so gonna get nice stats on that. Gonna be able to run a little faster, have a little more mana to his name, and he's finally trying to get back in this game. He does pick up the Arcane Boots, so finally some mana. He'll be able to spam his spells a little bit more. It looks like Tiny going in for the Avalanche, catches on Yamate, but not enough to prevent him from getting the Bounty Rune. Still back here to see him Jug farm up. He has the regen rune in his bottle. And now in the bottom lane, it's going to be Nature's Prophet trying to push the tower as Ice desperately trying to get himself back up on top of this net worth chart. He's nowhere near that top spot. Had a pretty tricky time in the offlane as he has gotten harassed back by the Nature's Prophet. Now there's going to be a TP in here, Blade Fury going in, Yamate taking some damage. The ward from the Witch Doctor is committed and secures a kill. Juggernaut definitely doing well in this lane. And now there's going to be a nice mid lane push, and yeah, it's looking pretty good as there's going to be second drums picked up on the Juggernaut. I'm not quite sure. As 3-4-3 coming in, does have the tombstone. Does he want to pop this down? And now it looks like they're just going to let the mid tower go. It's going to be pretty nice, but up top, like a Tiny Wisp Sven Wisp doing some serious damage in this tower. One more hit down. Witch Doctor coming in. Cancel that TP, buddy. There we go. That was definitely the safer move. Radiant Heroes, they're all trying to figure out their next move as Tearing quite as easy a game as it was for Mineski last time. Juggernaut, he's taking himself something. The courier's coming to him. What's it got? Well, it's got a, alright. Nothing really is the answer there. And now Sven just gonna go take some Ancients. Wisp is there, giving him some nice regen, using that overcharge, and that'll be some nice Ancients for him. He has the Sanj and Yasha almost ready, including the Helm of the Dominator. That is pretty farmed up. Top of the net worth chart, definitely helping him out. Mid lane here, we're just gonna see Jules continue to farm up. Does have that Bracer as well, wanting some nice tank ability up against a really heavy hitting lineup like the Sven and the Alchemist, and even the Undying now. Alright, it's gonna be getting that chainmail, so it looks like he is gonna go for the mechanism, having the headdress built and working towards that buckler. Alchemist has the arcane rune in his bottle if he wants to start a fight. And we haven't seen as much action as I was expecting here. SEA.Dota, definitely more patient than the South American and EU Dota I'm used to casting. Yeah, we're just gonna see Jug continue to farm. Needs a little more gold to himself, and well, I don't know what's going on here in terms of XP and net worth. It's still pretty neck and neck. Ice gonna be searching himself back, and looks like he's just going in, has almost a mech completed, just needs another 900 gold for that recipe. Hand of Midas now on the Nature's Prophet. Down bottom, we are going to see some Sven going in, pretty aggressive. Omni Slash on the Juggernaut, does he want to use it? Cuckoo's here, and well, I don't know. There's just going to be a rotation in back from Sven. He's out of here.
Dire's
Now
top
3-4-3
tower
might be in
is
some
under
trouble here.
attack.
Is he going to go for the avalanche? It looks like Tiny will do that. Does toss ready to go. Not going to use it as his Radiant buddy's not quite close enough for him to go in. Yamate does pick himself up that medallion, probably going to go into a solar crest, picking up that nice armor.
Radiant's
Man,
middle
where's the
tower
action
is
this
under
game?
attack.
It's just kind of a farm fest.
Dire's bottom tower
Down
is
bottom, looks
under
like
attack.
Jules desperately wants to go in. There's a little treants on the tower, getting it down slowly but surely. And Zeus, he has the arcane boots. Looks like he does have the Sage's mask now, as well as the soul ring, so his mana pool, pretty nice, but oh man, this could be a big fight now. There's a
Dire's
4-man
bottom tower is
rotation
under
in, although Nature's Prophet, he's here for the Radiant. This big now, it looks like Avalanche off the mark from the
Dire's
Tiny, reveals his
bottom
positioning,
tower
but the
has
tower
fallen.
goes down. Prophet getting the hits for that. He's second on the net worth chart. Sven still taking the top spot. There is going to be a smoke up from the Radiant that was not scouted out by the Dire, I don't believe. And now there's just going to be some casual farming. Drums committed. They want ice here. He's going to take a stun. He's still surged up, but there's the Death Ward. Easy kill right there. Witch Doctor, he's dropping the base, just making sure they get that one. And now, Radiant, they just kind of chill. Alchemist over here doing what he can. He's got a lot of gold for
Radiant's
himself
middle
with
tower
dropping the
is under
bottle, letting
attack.
Alk have the bounty rune, because that is worth a lot when you got 2 points in Great. And now there's going to be an initiation here. Blade Fury by the Juggernaut, trying to keep himself alive. He does take a Sven stun now, and damn, Cuckoo, he's running for his life, but Omni Slash gonna be going through, and now Sven trying to do what he can, trying to dash out of those trees, takes an avalanche, trying to slow himself down, but no, that is an easy kill on the Tiny Alchemist. Very angry. There's 3 Dire heroes ready to go for kills, and now
Radiant's
Raging
middle tower
Potato
is under
taking
attack.
all of the aggression. Yamate getting a double kill. Are they gonna stop here? It looks like the Dire heroes are gonna take that
Radiant's
advantage. Are they gonna
middle
head
tower
straight
has
in the
been
Roche
denied.
pit? Well, I think that's the call, is there's no Tiny or Zeus to contest it. Be a pretty quick Roche for them. Io doing great this game, definitely making sure he's always tethered to that Sven. Such a strong combination that we don't see nearly as much as we should. In the mid, it's just going to be Radiant. They probably know this is going on, but they do not want to tangle with the likes of the Dire right now. And looks like Sven going to be finishing it off, having a nice slot for that Aegis. And
Roshan has fallen
yep,
to the
that's
Dire.
easy peasy. Aegis on the
Radiant's
Sven
bottom
at
tower
15
is under
minutes.
attack.
Here in the mid lane, there is going to be an unstable concoction connecting onto the Witch Doctor. That's a relocate, and that is a dead little Witch Doctor, although Cask bouncing like crazy, but nah, Ling, he's got that. One last auto attack finishes off the Witch Doctor. So
Dire's
pretty
top
nice
tower
kill
is
score
under
going the way of
attack.
tearing, and well, I mean, this looks like it's definitely not as easy a game for Mineski. They can definitely still come back from this, but tearing starting to secure that pretty
Dire's
snowbally lead.
structures are fortified.
Up top, there's going to be
Radiant
some push onto this
structures are
tower as Cuckoo
fortified.
wants to make sure he gets it.
Radiant's
And
bottom
I think
tower
that'll be
is
the
under
case here.
attack.
Maybe giving it to the Juggernaut.
Dire's
And
top
no,
tower
it looks
has
like
fallen.
just going to be killed by some treants. Sven taking out the bottom tower. Shh. That's going to help him out a lot. Still very comfortably at the top of the net worth chart. Having that Helm of the Dominator does pick himself up an Ogre Club, so most likely scaling into BKB, getting the nice strength stat. He has the S and Y, so this guy's stats are pretty solid. Tiny definitely not going for that core build here, as he does have a smoke and a bracer, so it's not going to be a hard-hitting pile of rocks here. Yamate is kind of cleaning up this top lane. Got 2 points in the Grievel's Greed, and that's going to help him out a lot, getting back on the net worth chart, but he's certainly not top slot just yet. Has to still fight with that Nature's Prophet. Looks like there might be a rotation here into the Radiant Jungle. Ice poking out. It looks like there could be some movement onto Jules. Are they going to catch him in time here? Looks like Sven's going in. He wants this desperately. Can the stun connect? And it looks like there's vision. There it is. Jules might be going down once again. Avalanche to try to save him, but no. Looks like Darkseer securing the kill there, using that Ion Shell to KS his buddy. And now there's going to be a smoke up from the Dire Heroes as Yamate and 3-4-3, they're
Radiant's
going in,
bottom
and
tower
I
is
think
under
they're going to
attack.
go for it. They're going to find him.
Dire's middle
Rayor,
tower
you got to
is
be
under
careful
attack.
here, buddy. Blink in. Oh, really nice dodge using the Blade Fury. Are they going to be able to secure the kill? There's not enough damage. He's back to base and he's A-okay, but here in the bottom lane, Sven, he's going in. He pops the ultimate. Cuckoo could be in some trouble here. Does take a stun, and now beautiful vacuum in from Ice, breaking up everything. Dark's getting another kill from that Ion Shell, and now Juggernaut's in. He has the Omni
Radiant
Slash, cleaning up the creep before he
structures
pops it,
are
and like Zeus just trying to mitigate the damage, but Dire, they could be doing it. They could be taking game 2 of this best of 2 series. Radiant, they're scared right now. They're turtling up, acting as 4. Witch Doctor's got the ult, but does he even have the time to cast it? Looks like there's gonna be Jules going in, gonna be taking some
Radiant's
damage here, and
bottom
now
tower
there's
is
another
under
stun
attack.
from the Sven. So much damage coming out from the Dire here. Tombstone's down, zombies are chasing it. Looks like Tiny could be the first to fall. Couple more hits should do it. It looks like that'll be the case here. Yamate going in, showing no mercy, stunning up. Oh man, this is really dangerous now as 4 are dead. Witch Doctor, the lone survivor on the Radiant, and now Yamate finally going to show some mercy. Let him live for now.
Radiant's
The
bottom
tier 2 tower
tower is under
100%
attack.
belongs to the Dire. They're gonna crush it down. No fortify left on the Radiant, and tower's gonna go the way of creeps, I guess. Now relocate into mid lane. Looks like Cuckoo gonna be taking some damage. He can't get out in time. Ben is wicked sick. This is definitely a different game than what we saw him on the Anti-Mage the first time. He is doing awesome for himself. Steadily at the top of the net worth chart, now followed up with the
Radiant's
Alchemist. This
bottom
is starting to
tower is
snowball
under
in favor
attack.
of the Dire. Pairing. It's looking hard for them to lose now. There's going to be a 10,000 XP advantage. In terms of gold, that's going to be about 7,500 too.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now they're going to rotate towards the mid lane, although Juggernaut having none of that, going in to try to mitigate some of the creep push. And Radiant just kind of left to pick up the pieces of what used to be their secure lanes. Alchemist continuing to farm, does now have the Solar Crest completed, another 2k golds, ready to do whatever he wants with. See what he's going to build there. I love the Blink Dagger pickup. I think that mobility is perfect for this game. Jumping into all the slippery heroes like the Tiny, like the Nature's Prophet. Even the Juggernaut's got a nice escape. And Ling, definitely not the Shadow Shaman we saw being the sacrificial lamb here. He is 4, 1, and 12 on this IO. Kill participation has been crazy from this guy. Looks like IO picking himself up a Shadow Amulet, gonna go into that cloak, make himself a Glimmer Cape. Nice evasion, nice magic resist, and he'll be able to get away from fights pretty securely now. Pings coming out from everyone here. Sven just kind of cleaning up these creeps like it's nothing. Does have the BKB completed. 10 seconds left on that thing, so he hasn't debuted it just yet. Probably sure Potato Gaming spotted it out, but maybe not. It could be a surprise in the next team fight. Kill score obviously 9-19. Tearing are having an easy time of this.
Damage.
And now we're just gonna see. Oh, there's the reclaimed Aegis sound as it does not get used. Up here, though, there could be a smoke gank up, and it looks like there will be Stable Concoction getting channeled, and this is going to be an unfortunate Juggernaut, although he is going to... Beautiful Blade Fury, TPing out in times, making Yamate stun up himself and forcing a rotation for nothing. 3 Dire heroes wasting their time now as Juggernaut getting back to safety.
Well, that would be a tribute.
Just going to go ahead, grab a Bounty Rune, keep himself a little bit relevant here. 6th on the net worth chart. Could be doing a better job. Trying to secure himself some farm now as Ryor has the drums, has the Yasha. Gonna be going for that Sange, picking himself up a Belt of Strength. But obviously not the best timing on that in the world, but it's something. Jules going in, does have that cloak, so he could be going for a Glimmer Cape or a Pipe or really whatever he wants, but I think Glimmer Cape is the bet here. Wants to be able to channel that ult with a little bit of illusion of safety. But man, this Sven, he's starting to get out of control here. He is about 2/3 bigger than Nature's Prophet, who's the top net worth on the Radiant side. Looks like Nature's Prophet gonna be going for that Ags, almost completed with it too. Needs about 400 more gold. That'll make his ult start to do some real work, but he's got to do a lot to make sure this rat game is winnable. We're going to see Tiny. He does have the Blink Dagger now. That's definitely something that's going to make this next team fight a whole lot different for Mineski. Like there's a bunch of Dire's heroes here ready to go. 3 in the jungle and 2 in the bot lane. Are they just going to try to go for the surround push, making Radiant waste their time here? They're playing so cautiously. They need to secure this game to absolutely dominate this best of 2. It could go for a 1-1 split. Based on how this game's looking. Nature's Prophet kind of teasing out the teleport there. That's a cool little taunt going on. Sprout up. Sell some trees and...
Warriors of the wood.
Well, I'm not quite sure what the play is here for either team. It seems like both teams a little bit afraid to go for that full 5-on-5 engage, and I don't blame them. These team fights could go either way right now. I think Tearing
Dire's
definitely
top
have it in
tower
favor
is
if they
under
get that
attack.
full wrath of the Io Sven combo going off. Sven picking himself up a Reaver. Guy hits like a truck right now. He is hitting for over 200 damage, and Well, that's a big smack, especially with the cleave. I don't think any of the Mineski heroes can really take that. There's no one that's ultra tanky. And that's just going to be rotation up here. Sven, Io doing their thing. Farming up, clearing out the camps, and just making Sven bigger and bigger. I think the longer this game goes, the more in favor of tearing it is. And, well, Mineski, if they want to get back in this game, they've got to start making something happen. Roche going to be respawning in just over a minute here. They send a dominated melee creep here into the pit. There's going to be a pause out from the Darkseer. A little bit of lag apparently coming out. Let's see what's up with that. And Doctor just kind of sitting in the jungle here, taking a look at everyone's items. I mean, what's coming out for everyone? Is there anything big? It looks like Io finishes up that Glimmer Cape. Ben just absolutely monstrous. And, well, it looks like Zeus has the Ether Lens. That's going to be a nice pickup for him, trying to cast things from long range. He does have the Yules as well, so going in, trying to lock down heroes in the team fight. If he can get the Yules off on the Sven or the Alchemist, this could be a one team fight for Mineski, but either way, I think they've got to make something happen, and happen fast, because Alchemist is only going to get huger now, having 3 points in the Greevil's Greed, another point to spend if he needs to, and now Ben has the Reaver. This is probably going to be a Satanic. Yeah, he just needs the recipe for that. 100, he's got it if he wants it, probably wanting to save for buyback. Gonna wait until he has a little more gold, which really shouldn't be that bad. Looks like there's gonna be some issues with Brothers being off the internet, taking up that bandwidth. Io's been doing a fantastic job here, Ling definitely being where he needs to be for every team fight. Relocate ganks have been on point, and my goodness, Ben, this is the most different game you can ask for. In game 1, we saw him on the Anti-Mage that just failed to lift off the ground, getting like a 20-something minute Battle Fury and a 30-something minute Manta. Well, this is a different story here as the Sven. He's got all the items in the world now. 343 doing alright. Looks like he also has the cloak, probably going to be going into a pipe. That's my guess, and I think that could really help out mitigate some of the magic damage on Mineski coming from the Zeus and, well, heck, even the Witch Doctor. We are going to be going back in, ready to finish this off. This could be a long one here if the Alchemist takes his time with the farm. Although 3 heroes here from the Dire, they could extend if they want to catch out the Zeus. They've got the opportunity, but nah, Zeus is going to back. Spidey senses tingling, saying there's nothing there for me. Here in the bottom lane, Jug continuing to farm, does pick himself up the Sanj and Yasha. The drums and the face boots, but he needs his next big item if he wants to keep up with this huge Sven. And again, gonna take an ancient stack. That'll be some more gold in his pocket. This is looking easier and easier for tearing. I think it's their game to throw at this point. Ice even making himself useful now. 5th on the net worth chart. And he's got those Guardian Greaves, so that's gonna help out in the next couple of team fights. Using those Greaves just to keep himself healthy. Doesn't connect onto 343, so no health for you. Here we're gonna see a bounty rune. Tiny gonna be the one to collect that up, hopefully. No. Leaving it for the Zeus. That'll help out a lot. Io getting a regen rune. That's about the best rune you can ask for in that cute little star. And this is getting kind of ugly. If that goes off the next team fight, well, my goodness, I think Tearing have secured themselves the game. Roche is now up. That is a spawn going to be scouted out. Come on, range creep. One more step and you can see it. I promise. Looks like it is pinged out. Yep, they know the Roche is out, but Radiant, well, I don't think they've got any idea. They might know the range creep is there, but they don't know what it sees. Alchemist has that BKB, it's super fresh. Looks like it is going to get pinged out here. He's channeling the stun. Juggernaut going to be able to get away, and the Blade Fury. Nice timing on that. That's what, the 3rd time we've seen that go down? And here we go. We're going to see Roche pinged out once again. See what they can do. Again, just much more of a stalemate game. We are going to see 28 kills at 25 minutes, so a little bit more than a kill a minute, but certainly not the action that we've seen in some of the qualifier games right now. Sven walking into the pit. He doesn't care who sees him. It is scouted out by the Radiant, pinged by the Juggernaut. Is there going to be defense here by the Radiant, or are they just going to let Sven have an Aegis? Well, my goodness, I think that would be quite a mistake, but at this point, what can Mineski do about it? They're going to bring Alchemist into the pit. Who's dropping the item? Who's taking this? It's like Sven building into a heart after all. Not going to go for that Satanic. Well, he just wants to be the biggest kid on the block. Aegis Prophet picking up a blink, Darkseer picking up a blink, everybody's got a blink.
Has fallen
but
to
only
the
one team has an Aegis, and it's going to Ben.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Just Prophet making himself scarce here as there's going to be mass TPs in from the Dire. Ensure that this tower doesn't fall. He's trying to play the Rat Lord game, but I don't know if he can make it happen. He's third on the net worth chart, but Alchemist and Sven, they're gonna keep going up and up and up. Now Ben in this bottom lane, still got a full BKB. He hasn't had to use it for a fight yet. He's had that thing for a good while now. Saving it and making it worth its money. Just gonna continue to be a farm fest here. We're gonna see Juggernaut try to take these little creeps here. He has 2k gold in the bank. Gonna be working on his item or saving for buyback. Either way, he's got the buyback, but a little more money. And Yamate gonna be going and popping his ult for these illusions. That's quirky. We're gonna see Hyperstone picked up on the Alchemist. Probably gonna be an AC, but you never know. Just gobble up a Moon Shard, get some nice attack speed. And okay, just gonna be casting your Solar Crest on the Jug Illusion. Nature's Prophet ult going off. I believe he has the Ags completed. He does, so that's going to hurt a fair amount. TPing up to the top lane. Radiant, they're going to make it happen here. Little do they know, there's 3-4-3 here to make your day a pain in the ass here as Yamate, he's channeling his stun, he wants to make it happen, there's going to be an initiation here, he gets stun off of the Zakucj, there's negative armor being cast, is this going to happen here? But no, walking away free as there is going to be a kill from the Sven onto the Tiny. I do apologize for missing that. It was such a place up top, I got baited out, but now here it is, T from the Nature's Prophet. He's going to try to just trees himself and get out alive, and I think that's the play. There's nothing they can do to stop it. Here's Alk already using his unstable concoction, but now, here's the fight. Then taking a lot of damage, trying to keep himself alive here. He's got the Aegis. Oh, Vacuum Wall connects onto 3. So much damage from the Dire. Trees doing what they can. Cuckoo getting very low here. Ben, Aegis gonna be popped on him. Like the Radiant have their chance to get away, but now BKB from the Alchemist channeling a stun. Not gonna connect them. Boom! Onto Tiny. Another easy kill. Jesse Bash going down once again. He does get the kill on the IO. Pays for it with his life. That fight went in favor of Tearing as they now open up the opportunity to force down the mid. And, yeah, I mean, I don't know what impact the support Tiny's really had on the game. He's gotten some nice avalanches, but
Double damage.
It's not the huge Tiny I know and love. In terms of XP and gold, it's looking pretty heavily set in favor of Tearing. That's grim for Mineski. They had such a strong game one, but well, I think they just got straight up countered in this one. Cuckoo does have a lot of items here. Sven picking himself up a Blink Dagger too. Let's just, my goodness, he is just so big. Let's count the Blink Daggers going on here. We've got Tiny. We've got Nature's Prophet here on the Dire. We've got here Alchemist and the Sven, so well, this is a game of mobility, and looks like Dire might be winning.
With me.
Kind of walking in. Again, another stalemate out. This is not the most exciting game I've ever casted, but my goodness, is it important. Tiny not having a whole lot of net worth to his name, as both the lowest net worth heroes are on the Radiant, going for the toss up just to secure himself some farm. I don't know if you want to be wasting that, buddy, as the Dire heroes, they're here in the lane, and Ben could start pushing if he wants to. That's the last remaining tier 2 tower on the side of the Radiant, and boy, I think Tearing are hungry for some secure map advantage. It's gonna be a 30-minute game now, and no high ground push just yet, but again, with a Sven, an Alchemist, a Tiny, a Juggernaut, we're looking into the late game. Ben now going in, cleaving up these creeps like it's nothing. Looks like the Zeus ult's going to be used probably just for scouting purposes, finding out the Dire heroes, realizing that there's going to be a rotation in all the Dire heroes except one, and now, like Sven, easy pick up on the tower, but up here we are going to see Nature's Prophet surrounding this tower as well. Dark's here, not really feeling like there's a whole lot he can do about it, using the Ion Shell to clean up some of the tree ants, but now Dire deciding whether they want to commit to this tier 3, and they are just going to back. It looks like they'll be losing the tower here. I don't know what the plan is. Looks like the Darks here able to pick off the trees in time, and now, oh man, Nature's Prophet for the cheeky play, gonna be going in, gets the tower and the blink away. That guy, he's got some grapes on him, that's for sure. And now running back to safety is gonna get away here, as Wisp not able to scout him out, although the Speedy Wisp could do it, but no, blink it. Oh, stun here from Ben. This could be horrible for the Nature's Prophet. He's trying to get away. Oh, one more hit. Can it happen? It looks like the kill will go to Sven. Wow, that was It was a nice play attempt from the Nature's Prophet, but it looks like it just got punished over and over again from Tearing. I don't know, it seems like every play Mineski go for, Tearing get themselves a bigger objective or a bigger kill or a bigger team fight. Just again, in terms of gold and XP, it's getting pretty grim. Kind of planing out for the last 10 or so minutes, but not really much else going on. Here we're going to see Ben try to initiate, trying to stamp himself up for this first tier 3 push of the game. Does he want to go into the high ground here? Is he going to get punished for it? Oh, there's the avalanche not connected onto Sven. Sven still got the BKB, and now there's going to be a blink in. Unstable Concoction does not connect as there's a Yule's up. Zeus ult being cast, mostly just to figure out where the dire heroes are, but now Ben going in. Fortify cast by the Radiant. They want this tier 3 tower alive. I don't know if this is it. Ben going in, smacking this tower up, and he's gonna get punished for this, taking a solo Omni Slash right to the face. Tiny going in, Avalanche connects, but BKB is out. Vacuum Wall connects. Witch Doctor's the first to fall in this fight. Unstable Concoction is gonna go ahead, connect onto the Juggernaut, and I think these racks are gonna go the way of Tearing. Is this gonna be a GG out here? I'm really not sure what else can happen. Looks like toss up from the Tiny, but easy punishment. One smack is gonna take him down to half health. Dire, they're gonna run away without losing anything for that fight. And no, it looks like they might even find the Nature's Prophet here as well. It's gonna get stunned up at the last second. You can't get out of this one, friend. And Io getting the kill for that. Great Vacuum sucking him out of his little ring of trees. And I think this is gonna be secured lane of Rex. Gonna be taking a veil to the face there, Sven. You might want to watch yourself. And Zeus doing what he can, but Unstable Concoction is come through. I know the Yule's dodge, but well, that's not going to save your base, Radiant. Out cleaning up, and this is starting to look less and less like Mineski have it in their grasp. There is a blink out from the Tiny. Avalanche does not connect, and now Sven gonna punish him up. That was a 3-hit. Aim is paused by the Tiny. And, sure what you're waiting for there. Well, this is, well, it's something. Kills are 10 to 25. Terran taking it away. Well, Alchemist is only going to get bigger, and Sven, he's huge, having 5,100 gold in the bank. There's lag coming out for Mineski, but, well, you can't blame a huge Sven on lag. That was just great playing all around by Tearing, and now it looks like they're going to rotate in, looking for the second lane of Rax. I don't know if Mineski can punish this. Witch Doctor, no ult for another 5 seconds. He's got the Glimmer Cape, ready to go, and now it looks like, well, Juggernaut, he is just not the big guy they need for this fight. Gonna be spinning away to safety. And no, gonna get cleaned up. Godlike Sven. Dominating Alchemist. This is probably the GG here as Zeus gonna be going in, trying to secure the kill on the Alchemist, but Alchemist is just too huge. Now gonna be dodging a stun from the Sven by using himself up, but I think that might be it. Goodbye, Zeus. Back to immortality for you, and now racks are out, and it's GG called out. So this is gonna be a 1-1 series. Mineski, they grab game 1, but Tearing bring it home for game 2. Really beautiful out-drafting, out-playing, and I am sure happy I got to see an Alchemist and a Tiny, and a Wisp Sven. That was sure fun to watch, and, well, even series. If you want to tune in for next game, I'm going to be following Mineski as they face off against Execration for another best of 2 in the SEA qualifiers. I've been your caster, Android. You can follow me on Twitter at